Yeah, DK, I know last year they had Patrick Peterson on you quite a bit. This year you had Gilmore shadowing you for games. What is that like as a receiver when another team, a team's putting their best on you because they feel like you need to be taken away or at least attempted to?
In my mind, I feel like I must be doing something right, but I know it just opens up the offense even more for guys like Tyler, Freddie, and Demo just to really show what they can do. And we won't have that problem for weeks to come because they'll have to pick their poison.
Are those pretty fun battles when it's the same guy throughout a game?
Oh yes, sir. Because he studied me. I've studied him, and it's just a big matchup that we're gonna see who wins.
Jen?
Shadi has praised your willingness to make adjustments in the season, add things to your game and to your routes. How do you decide what you're focused on and what you're adding during the course of the season or a week?
Just really, just first off, being a leader, just stepping up, and just see filling a void. Anytime I see one needed at practice, whether it's hyping somebody up or making a play or just trying to coach somebody up on the side. I know Tyler really instilled a lot of wisdom, Russ as well, in me last season and the beginning of this season. So I feel like it's my role to just try to step up and just try to fill any void or anything needed in the offense or on the team.
Mike?
What will it take for you, DK, to do a song with Tyler?
I'm sorry, what?
What will it take for you to do a song with Tyler? He says you won't do a song with him.
Look, Tyler will tell y'all one thing and then come to the locker room and tell me another. So, I mean, I'll go talk to him and we'll get back with you like next week or in 2 weeks. But Tyler's not trying to get on the song with me.
Well, yeah, he said, you got some skills. I know he's got some skills too.
I'm
But
always trying to put my people on and put on for Tyler and try to, but he's scared. He's scared of the booth. So,
all right, I'll let you guys work that out.
all right.
Bob?
Yeah, hey DK, just before the year you talked about one of your goals was trying to be more consistent this year and things like that, and the numbers show you've done that so far through all these games. Is it as simple as just having another year of experience, or is there anything you can really put your finger on to why you've sort of been able game in and game out to kind of put up the numbers you have so far?
My preparation, first off, and just leaning on my abilities that God has blessed me with. First off, my athletic ability, and then I'm a pretty smart individual. I try to see the field how Russ sees it. So just leaning on my God-given talent and my mind and just seeing the game differently. And it slowed down for me this year in my mind. So just taking that next step ahead and my after preparation, just showing the younger guys how to practice every day. I believe I'm like I said, man, I'm just stepping up as a leader in my mind and just filling needs.
Art?
DK, December game against Arizona, you had one target, no catches. What happened that day?
I believe that's self-explanatory. It kind of took me out the game, and we just couldn't catch a rhythm on offense, kind of like the beginning of the Minnesota game. But we learn from those mistakes, learn from games like that, and just prevent them from happening again, and just stay on the right track as offense.
And what did you learn from that game?
To stay on the right track as an offense, and when Shadi calls a play, we got to execute it to the best of our abilities.
Thanks.
Jessamine?
Hey DK, you were talking about having a number one DB on you. Obviously, you just referenced that Cardinals game. Do you get chatty? Do you have verbal battles, or do you let your play talk for itself?
I like to let my play talk for itself. I know, like I said, I already look intimidating, and whatever I say is going to come off 10 times more aggressive than how I make it sound. So just using that to my advantage. I know DBs are going to be fearful of me when I come off the ball and I start blocking them aggressively. So that really just opens up the pass game and gets them playing a little timid.
Do they chirp at you?
Yes, yeah, yeah. They try to talk back at me.
Jackie?
Hey DK, kind of a follow up to John's question, but looking at this Arizona secondary, you guys have faced a lot of really challenging secondaries this season, but when you look at them in particular, as you've studied them, what stands out to you?
The way they fly around, especially Buda Baker, who's, in my opinion, one of the best safeties in the game right now. He just flies around and makes plays. Pat Pete, like y'all have mentioned, he has a reputation of being a lockdown corner. They got Kirkpatrick from the Bengals. He's a savvy vet. Byron Murphy, he's a tough guy from up here, UW, drafted in the second round last year. And Deontay Thompson's he was drafted last year too. He's a pretty good player from Alabama as well. So they just got a lot of tough guys on that defense. Their front seven are pretty good as well. So it's just another matchup. Another challenge that's standing our way.
And then secondly, this might sound like an obvious answer to this question, but as a receiver, what is your favorite part about being a receiver? Is it catching a touchdown pass? Is it your dance celebrations after your touchdown dances? Your relationship with Russ? What's your favorite part?
I believe catching the touchdown passes because they're like Pokemon to me. I gotta have them all.
Do you have all the Pokemon?
Not yet. Still working on it.
Curtis.
DK, have you watched DeAndre Hopkins much, like studied him, and if so, like what stands out to you most about his game? What do you appreciate about seeing in the way he plays, and are you looking forward to connect with him at all this weekend if you haven't done so previously up until now?
Yes, sir. DeAndre Hopkins' game is very unique. He doesn't have many moves off the line, but he's feared by a lot of DBs by how he plays so hard. And once he catches the ball, he's always looking for the yak and the contested catches and traffic that he makes. I mean, I watch his film. Russ was showing me a few plays from him and Deshaun Watson when he was with the Texans. He's just a dog out there on the field. When the ball's in the air, it's always his. So his mentality, I believe, is what separates him from a lot of receivers.
Ben?
DK, I've heard that you were quite the basketball player and track athlete as a leaper back at Oxford High School. Were you always leaning towards football, or was there ever a point where you thought maybe I should try for the NBA or take this track thing as far as that?
Thank you for recognizing my track and basketball skills. I appreciate it. No, but I've always loved football. In the 9th grade when I received my first scholarship, I know what direction I was going. Of course, there were times where I wavered. Yeah, I wanted to, go to the Olympics one day, or I was going to try to play basketball. But at the end of the day, I had to be honest with myself and know that I wasn't called to play basketball or run track. I was called to play football and, do bigger things, past the football field. This is just a stepping ground for me, a platform for me to just express the type of person that I am. So, God blessed me to be here. And this is one way that, I get to reach a lot of people.
And just lastly, would you consider yourself the best basketball player on the Seahawks team? I know Bobby, people like that, come out and say, "Oh, I'm the best." Do you think you're the best?
For sure, hands down, I'm the best. Yes. And anybody who questions that, they really don't know what a basketball player looks like.
Thank you.
Masvita.
Hey, DK, I'm just wondering, on film study, has it changed from year one to year two, how you study film, and specifically like how much you spend on DBs and then other wide receivers?
Yes, sir. My attention to detail has changed dramatically. I would say last year I was more focused on the plays and our game plan. But this year I can study DBs more because I pretty much have the offense down packed. There's little tweaks here and there, but it's pretty much the same offense. So I get to focus on guys like Pat Pete or Stephen Gilmore more and look more into their game. And it helps a lot that I have Sanjay and Coach Nate and Shotty, taking extra time and Russ, giving me little pointers or telling me what they see. And we're having more dialogue in our offense this year with me and Tyler and the OC.
How much do you study the game itself, to like Michael Irvin? Do you go that far back, or just in terms of looking back at?
Yes, sir. The first 5 weeks, I was watching Julio Jones's targets from 2016. Right now, I'm watching Calvin Johnson's targets from the year of 2012 when he set the record for receiving yards. So just seeing, and actually in that 2012 year, Pat Pete shadowed him in a game where the Cardinals won, but they battled pretty hard out there. But just me looking up to guys like that and just seeing the nuances of their game and just trying to see how can I get better each and every time.
Thank you.
Greg Bell.
Hi, DK. How's Patrick Peterson's Wolf game on the field?
His what?
His Wolfen game, his talk game.
No.
During plays.
We're gonna see about it Sunday. Last year he was a lot of vets tricked me into not talking. They was trying to be my friend, and then they punked me sometimes. But this year is different. So we'll see Sunday.
You mentioned Masvita asked a question I was going to ask. The leadership role you're taking at age 22, is it mostly a product of you just being more comfortable in your surroundings this year? How much more comfortable are you?
I believe it's just me being me. A lot of guys just draw towards me because my personality, and I'm a world-class competitor in my opinion. So who doesn't like to win? And if you're surrounded by people that like to win, they're gonna gravitate towards you. So as you can see, we're 5-0 right now, and this team likes to win. We're just gonna continue to do so and just lean on one another. But I would just say my competitiveness draws a lot of people.
All right. Thanks, DK. Thanks, everyone. That's it.
Russ for MVP.